Hey guys, this is Rosa Kelly. Welcome back to the channel. So today I just wanted to do a quick video and kind of share with you how I use my scrap pieces to just make sure they go to good use, they don't go to waste, and also to simplify how I use them as well. So as you can see here, I have quite a lot of scrap pieces. I was working on a cute little mini envelope album. So this is a book made out of envelopes, as you can see here, and this is a tutorial that I am working on as a bonus tutorial for my channel members. And so I went ahead and used my 6x6 paper collection. I've been trying to go through my 6x6 stash, and so this one is a beautiful collection by Prima, and it's already it's so old you can't find it anymore, and I love it. It's just so pretty. Love the color tone, so I definitely don't want all these pieces to go to waste. And so I have used most of the pages, all of the pages actually, to fill these books. So these are all about I think they're like 4 by 4.25 for the most part what I have filled, but some of these I have not finished adding paper. So instead of going page by page and collaging and just measuring and cutting, it will take me a long time. So what I'm gonna do instead is I am going to create a collage piece on this piece of cardstock. Now this cardstock is not heavyweight. I don't want this page to come out super thick. This is probably 80-pound cardstock. You can use it, you can even use like a sheet of regular paper, because you're gonna back the cardstock here, so you don't need this piece to be too thick, right? Okay, so let me grab my glue. So all I'm gonna do is create the collage using my little scrap pieces. Now to make this collage, you want to make sure that at least on the outside edge of each piece you are gluing, because you don't want the corners to start lifting up. Okay, so make sure that you are adding glue on the outside, on the border of these little scrap pieces. And I'm just gonna do something like that, and maybe grab a bigger piece here, and instead of making them all, I mean, you could make it like a stripe pattern. I'm going to be playing around with this. Now this piece I don't want, so I'm just gonna quickly cut this off, this piece off here. Okay, and I'm just gonna continue adding my paper on this large. Now this piece of cardstock might look a little weird or super long. This is some cardstock that I picked up at Amazon, and the dimensions are so weird, to say the least. I think this is like 8 by 14. I didn't know that when I was buying this paper, but I have tons of this type of cardstock here on my stash, so it's actually a good cardstock. It's probably about 80-pound cardstock. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna do, see, this is double-sided cardstock, so I'm just gonna use some of the fronts, some of the backs, and just create a fun collage here. So here's another piece. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add these. Now I am making sure that they're all facing one direction, like you can kind of see the angel here, or butterfly, and then this one, right? So this will be all in one direction, and then I can probably use this other piece here. Okay, so, and I think this is a lot more relaxing to do using your scraps than to measure every little piece and every page that you need to add your papers to. This is also a really good technique if you want to use your scraps to make a card, right? And now you have the pattern, and then your card will look layer, and then also you can add more layers on top. Okay, it's almost like a quilted page in a way. Okay, so that, and then I'm gonna add this other long piece here. I have this little white space, but that's okay. I'm just gonna add it anyway. Okay, so just about there. Then for something like this, we can use our smaller little scrap pieces right there. Okay, so just make sure the whole page is covered. Then I'm just gonna add more. Actually, I'm gonna use the back of that. So that's another one. And then let's see, we have the other girl with the butterfly wings. Okay, that. We can put that there, and then just take out the extra. And you don't have to, like, you can just leave it because we're gonna cut it anyway to whatever size paper you need. And even if you need a large piece of paper, now all your scraps became a full-size page by just collaging and playing with what we already have. So then maybe I can put this one over here. So I'm just gonna add the glue right there. And as you can see, I'm not too worried of all the corners like exactly matching here. So that, and then this tiny bit, we can even use some of these little pieces that we cut out, right? So I'm just gonna put this one, just gonna cut it, and then we can glue that little bit right there. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm just gonna finish up. So some of this paper was already also kind of designed like that, like little pieces that kind of look like a collage. And so I'm just gonna continuing with the design of the collection itself. So I'm just gonna put that one right there, and then I can probably even add another one here. And there you go. So now we have this long piece. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut this right here. Okay, and I'm not gonna cut this because we might even go this far if we need to. Okay, so now we have a really long piece that we are ready to cut to continue adding paper on our little book. So I'm gonna try to measure now what we have. And the good thing about this little book is that a lot of these will measure the same here. So we can probably use the papers for this page. So I'm gonna bring my cutter, and I know that these pages are about 4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so see, now I don't have to worry about little tiny pieces. Oh, this one came out. Okay, so that's why it's important to glue the edges. All right, so I'm just gonna fix that really quick, so I don't want to see the white There we go. And I also want to ink, right, this page here. So I'm gonna be using my distress ink, and of course this is just an optional step that I am adding to match my book made out of envelopes. So I had this idea of using envelopes because I needed one envelope to send something. I can't even remember what it was, but I had to buy a whole box of envelopes. So I've been wanting to create some projects with my envelope box, with my box of envelopes. And there you go. So look at that. It just looks like a nice little collage, and it was a lot faster to do this one time than to cut multiple little pieces. So now I'm gonna use this one, and then I can probably cut another piece here. So I'm gonna do this at 4x4. So, and that will go right there. So I do want to ink my envelope as well. Yeah, so this was a fun project. I worked on this last night. Again, this was a bonus tutorial for YouTube members, but I just wanted to share with you some of the paper collaging technique using my scrap pieces. So that's gonna go right there. I'm actually gonna put it like this because the butterfly sideways over there. Okay, and so there you go. So now we have that, and then I'm just gonna cut 2 more pieces. Again, this will be about 4x4. Let me just double check. Yeah, so 4x4, but I think I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. So this is 4, but I'm gonna make this a little smaller than 4 here. And then, yeah, that one looks fine. I'm gonna make it a tiny bit smaller. And now we're just going to go ahead and use this as regular cardstock and just glue this down. So already we covered 3 pages, and I didn't have to be measuring every little piece of my scraps. I just want to make sure I ink and match the distress look everywhere. Okay, and because these are envelopes, some of these are pockets, and I just want to make sure that I am able to see these pockets. So I'm going to be just kind of doing a half circle cutout. Okay, so I know this is a pocket. Let me do it a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is a pocket, so now I can easily see my pocket here. And then same thing, now I can use my collage page, and now there is one solid piece. I am gonna make these go into my pocket. So I think this would be a good size here. Oop, there's my pockets over here. And then now we have even a full page to insert there. And again, I'm just going to ink to match the look of my book. And now we turn the scrap into a whole little page to add in there. And there you go. So that is my quick little tip to use your scraps to continue using to decorate your book instead of just like adding little pieces and letting all of these go to waste. So I still have these match, but I'll probably be doing another one because I have a lot of these little scrap pieces, and just continue adding on the inside pages of my book. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. I hope that you were able to borrow some ideas from here, and I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.